How you doing, everybody? This is Eric Malave, now known as Hassan, and welcome to the Eastern Fighter. So today with episode 3, what I want to show you is the difference in stances and my personal stance, why I do it, how I do it, and the 3 basic shots that you can throw out of the stance. So, the typical stance for most fighters that are right-handed is they will do a left leg lead. What they do is they'll bring the left foot forward, the right foot back. They try to keep their legs at a shoulder width distance. Their right leg will more than likely be facing at a 45 degree, maybe a little more shallow. They would put 70% of their weight on the back leg, 30% of their weight on the front leg. They would bring their shield up in front of them here. They'd squat back into their stance basically to get a nice center of balance, center of gravity from here. And they usually bring their weapon out in this general fashion. Now, my personal stance is different than that. What I do is known as the right leg lead. I bring my right leg forwards, my left leg back, so I'm actually leading with my sword arm. When I bring forward my shield, what I'm actually doing is, because my feet are still shoulder width apart, same kind of angle, is this is basically, if you're my opponent, this is straight on. So what I'm literally doing is I'm stepping back, and I'm kind of twisting. You see, like, if this is my shield, this is where my power's generating, in this basic angle of view. So I'm taking it, I'm bringing my body forward. See, I'm leaving my legs stationary, I'm bringing my body forwards. What it's doing is adding natural torque from my body. I leave my shield arm here. So I use a heater shield, which is flat on the top, comes down to a single point on the bottom. I generally bring it so the shield is almost totally covering my right leg. And I bring my sword forwards. I don't bring it all the way forward, so I'm losing power, but I'm also not bringing it back where I feel a lot of people choreograph. I personally bring it right at the point where you feel your shoulder, your chest, and your shoulder blade linking, saying, I'm ready to throw. So from the front, it looks like this. And I will alternate my hands, attempting to throw off my opponent, and at the same time trying to find an opening so I can throw a shot. But typically my hand is almost in an A-frame, which I believe they use more in the West. A lot of times I'll leave the flat of my shield facing outwards, and I'll bring it here. I'll basically put my hands almost to my eye, and I'll have my shield here, my sword here, excuse me. And I'm looking for shots there. Now, why is that beneficial? You have to really judge the person you're fighting against. When I take that stance, I'm almost blocking my eyes. So I'll do it at a moment to draw them into making a shot which I feel I could capitalize on. So, once again, my personal stance. Right leg forward. Left leg back. A little bit of a 45. Twerk the body forwards. Shield up. Sword forward. A lot of times I vary my range by leaning front and back, as well with my feet. A beneficial part of doing the right leg lead is it actually extends your reach. So if we're looking here at this degree, and I'm doing a left leg stance, my sword arm is all the way back here. this is my reach. Just my flat reach. You know, attempting to make my opponent think I'm out of range. There's my max range right there. Just boom. I can still make a shot. I can still make the shot and be within range. Now, without doing anything more than switching my legs. So now I'm going to put my right leg forwards. I have, quite frankly, extended my reach past my opponent without even moving my feet. So once again, I'm just going to change and show you. There it is. Proof's in the pudding. All right? There's your stance. There it is. So it gives you that extra couple of inches. So when you're coming in, I like to walk up and throw a shot. It might be a little, you know, you're basically trying to show them you have range. Hopefully they don't even realize you have that range when you're walking in for that initial contact. You're just basically squaring up. Boom. You're squaring up. There it is. You're taking that initiative with that extra 4 inches you got from the right leg lead, and you're basically taking it to their head. Another benefit, and I'm going to try to do it this way, of doing the right leg lead, as I was attempting to explain earlier, is the fact that your body is already worked. So, here's my opponent. I'm lined up center to them. I take a step back, 45 it. Bring it to this here angle, right? You're here. Naturally, where else can your body go? When you're throwing your shot, you're always generating from the hips. It goes from your ankles and your feet, up your legs. You kick with your hip forward, and you throw the shot out. Hips, shoulders, arms, shot. Okay? Your hips are already turned. You are literally in the natural body position to throw the shot. With the left leg lead, like I said, while I respect it, and I actually use it depending on the opponent. If you're a lefty, I may switch to the left leg stance. Because here's the lefty. They're coming at you on this side. I'm bringing the shield here because I don't have to worry about this side. That's a shield. Here's their sword. And I'm bringing it here. I can block here. Offsides here. There it is. You understand what I'm saying? Once again, this is personal. This is what I've used that has been effective for me, I'm going to say for the past year. Because, quite frankly, that's as long as I've been fighting. So, with the right leg stance, your body is already in that corkscrew motion. So all you're really doing is allowing your natural body motion to open up, and you take your shot. That's it. Okay, that's it. Now, with this stance, what I'm going to teach you is